Imagine you've spent 15 years building your career at an Indian IT company. You've survived 3 recessions, you've adapted to 2 major technology shifts, and you weathered a global pandemic. You know exactly how this industry works. But what if the rules of the game were completely rewritten overnight? Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at a structural disruption that is changing the very foundation of the IT services industry.
And it all starts on one specific Monday morning in May 2026. A single announcement out of San Francisco stopped being a Silicon Valley prediction and became a present reality. Now, this wasn't just a new AI tool, it wasn't a new chatbot or a fancy API. It was a completely new enterprise model.
12,000 crore rupees. That is a massive war chest raised by Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI. And this capital, it's aimed directly at the work your company does for its clients. This isn't some distant future threat. This is happening right now. And it gets more serious when we look at who's actually funding this.
This $1.5 billion venture is backed by some of the most powerful financial institutions on the planet. Blackstone, the world's largest alternative asset manager. Goldman Sachs, Hellman & Friedman, Apollo Global, Sequoia Capital. These aren't startups playing around with AI experiments. These are trillion-dollar institutions placing a calculated 12,000 crore bet on a single idea. The idea that the way enterprises adopt AI will no longer go through traditional IT companies. It will go through them.
To truly grasp why this changes everything, we have to look at the why behind this shift. For 30 years, the Indian IT model has been incredibly simple. Headcount-based billing. A bank in London needs software built or maintained, so they hire an IT firm which deploys 200 engineers. The client pays per engineer per month, hire more people, grow more revenue. But the new Anthropic model, they are embedding their own engineers directly inside corporations to redesign workflows around AI and deliver business outcomes. Not software licenses, not headcount. Outcomes.
Listen to this quote from Goldman Sachs regarding this venture. They want to democratize access to forward-deployed engineers for companies that currently can't afford the talent to build AI systems on their own. Forward-deployed engineers, doing the implementation work. That is the exact work Indian IT has charged for over the last 3 decades.
And you know, this didn't just happen out of nowhere. Back on February 4th, 2026, Anthropic released Claude Cowork, 11 open-source AI agents that could autonomously handle tasks like legal contracts, financial reconciliation, and basic coding. Then, just 3 months later, on May 4th, they launched this $1.5 billion services venture. They are escalating systematically.
And the financial markets already recognize the sheer severity of this threat. When Claude Cowork launched back in February, Wall Street called it the SaaS apocalypse. LTI's Mindtree fell 8%. Infosys dropped over 7%. TCS fell nearly 7%. 2 lakh crore rupees were wiped from the market in a single day. That was the worst Nifty IT fall since the COVID crash.
Anthropic hasn't slowed down since that crash. They are no longer just selling tools. They are becoming your competitor. And they aren't alone. That very same week, OpenAI launched a $4 billion venture called the Development Company. 2 of the most powerful AI companies in the world are both moving into the services business, going after the exact same enterprise contracts as TCS, Infosys, and Wipro.
So what's actually at risk here? Now, let's be clear. The top Indian IT companies will adapt and survive. Infosys and TCS already manage billions in AI revenue. But consider these specific roles. L1 support, manual testing, basic code generation, ticket triage, contract review. These are the jobs that fill the traditional bench, the entry-level and junior mid-level roles that literally form the base of every Indian IT pyramid. And the impact is already highly measurable. 7,000. India's top 5 IT companies reduced their combined headcount by nearly 7,000 employees in FY26. And remember, that was before Anthropic even launched its 12,000 crore implementation firm. The model is fundamentally shifting from hiring more people to using fewer people with more AI. So what do you actually do? If you're an IT professional watching this explainer and you want to prepare for this shift properly, the link to AIScaleAce.com is in the description below. That's exactly what I help professionals navigate. But for now, let's lay out the 5 specific, pragmatic moves you need to start making today.
Move 1. Focus on what AI genuinely cannot replace, yet. Enterprise transformation isn't just plug and play. Large banks and telecom companies don't just install an AI model overnight. They need legacy system integration, they need regulatory compliance, cloud migration, and security architecture. Anthropic's new venture lacks the 30 years of domain knowledge and execution muscle in these specific areas. So if you work in complex system integration, double down there. It buys you the time to adapt.
Move 2. And this is perhaps the most critical shift of all. You must move from execution to orchestration. The professionals who move from simply executing tasks to orchestrating the AI will thrive. An AI agent can write code. It can summarize a contract. But someone must decide what to build, and someone must decide what actually matters. Let's define exactly what that means. Orchestration is combining your deep domain expertise with AI direction. It means designing workflows, auditing the outputs of AI, and interpreting those business outcomes for the client. A professional who directs an AI agent, who knows how to audit its output for a specific domain, is worth 10 times the person who merely executes the raw work.
Move 3. Become the implementation layer for SMEs. There is a massive gap in the market right now. Anthropic's venture is targeting Fortune 500s and large global enterprises. They are leaving regional banks, local manufacturers, and mid-market logistics companies wide open. These companies need AI implementation just as much, but they are completely underserved. If you position yourself to bring AI capabilities to them, you are filling a gap Anthropic deliberately left behind.
Move 4. Track deal ownership. Not just layoffs. Most professionals wait for layoff announcements to panic. That is too late. Watch the contract announcements instead. When you see an enterprise signing directly with an AI company for implementation instead of signing with a traditional Indian IT firm, that is the warning signal. Every direct enterprise engagement by an AI company is a contract that doesn't flow to Indian IT. And hiring freezes, they always follow shifts in deal ownership.
Move 5. Build a visible AI portfolio immediately. Whether you're a developer, an analyst, or a project manager, your next job interview will include an AI competency check. And I don't mean useless certificates or a badge on your profile. I mean real AI-augmented project portfolios, workflows you redesigned, outcomes you delivered faster. You need to demonstrate this before the next hiring cycle begins.
If you want structured guidance on building that exact portfolio for your specific role, that is what the AI Skillist program is designed for. It's a focused, one-month intensive program with live sessions and real projects, built specifically for Indian IT professionals who are ready to build these essential skills. I genuinely want people to prepare before it's too late.
Let me leave you with the clearest way I can possibly frame this structural shift. AI will not kill all IT jobs, but AI will destroy average value work. Anthropic's move isn't a death sentence for Indian IT, but it is the loudest signal yet that the old model of billing by headcount is being dismantled.
The companies that combine AI tools with deep enterprise execution will survive. The professionals who move from execution to orchestration will thrive, and the ones waiting to see what happens are already 3 moves behind. Share this explainer with one IT professional who still thinks AI is just another passing tech trend, because the industry is already changing, and the people adapting early will dominate the next decade.